You're probably wondering, how can this guy on YouTube help me achieve godlike productivity and focus? Well, let me tell you, I'm pretty good at that. And that's why I want to explain to you how you can do it too. No, for real. I think one of my major advantages in comparison to other entrepreneurs is my focus. And short backstory, it started when COVID happened. So when COVID happened, I was like, oh my God, I will sit at home all day. There will be no people talking to me. I will have no distractions, no chatter at the coffee machine, no conversations at the water cooler, nothing to distract me. I will be so productive. I will probably get all my work done in just 2 hours. And then I had my first work at home day because we were in quarantine. You had to stay at home and I was not at my office and I had a sucky day. I didn't get that much done actually. And I was like, what is happening? I thought I would be super productive. And that's when I started to dig deeper into how can I now leverage my time in the most efficient way so that I can become very, very productive. And I became addicted to productivity videos on YouTube and I read books about it. And I really obsessed with the concept of productivity. I went into monk mode and I was like religious with my productivity routine. And I figured out what works and what doesn't work. And I figured out the principles of it. And I actually started doing it. I'm an entrepreneur now for already 8 years and it became a habit for me. So for me, it's not special anymore. But then I mentor other people and I help other people and I talk to other entrepreneurs and they're like, how do you get this done in this amount of time? How do you do it? And then we start talking about their business and stuff and I'm like, the problem in your business is you. You are the bottleneck of your business. And that is something I see often because in the beginning, specifically, well, actually in every phase of a company, the head of the company, which is most of the time the owner, he is the bottleneck because he's the foundation of the company. He's the decision maker. And especially in the beginning, you are the doer. You do everything. You are the foundation. And if the foundation is wrong, if you build a castle on sand, your castle will go to waste quickly. And that's the thing. So then I started helping people with their productivity and I started asking them, first of all, like, give me like an overview of your week. I want to know every 5 minutes of your day. And that was terrible. I saw pure chaos. I saw like they were working like children, like unfocused, running around. Like in Flemish we say chicken without heads. Like that's the stuff. That's how they worked. So then I started helping people and I figured out that a lot of people could use help with their productivity. And that's why I made this document that I showed to the people that I mentor and to other entrepreneurs. I just share it with them and they're like, oh my God, Troy, this document changed my life. So that's why I'm going to run you through this document and I'm going to help you achieve godlike focus and productivity so that you can reach your full potential. Okay, let's have a look. So, productivity masterclass. The first thing you need to know is, what is productivity actually? What is it? Well, you are a system. You're just a system. If you're in a business, you are a microsystem operating in a macro system. In a system, you have input times leverage is output. And the goal is to get the most output per unit of input. Very simple. Very simple. The input is your energy and your energy is your time. That's equal to each other, energy and time. Your output is the result. Better input is better output. This rule in system theory is explained as garbage in, garbage out. If you have a system, for example, cooking recipe is a system. You have to make spaghetti, but if you have spaghetti with mold on it, you will not make a good spaghetti, even if you follow the system perfectly, because you have garbage. Garbage in equals garbage out. Now, if you, as a system, have terrible input, your energy is low, you're having brain fog, you're sleepy, you're distracted, you're stressed. Stress is a very big one because a lot of entrepreneurs are stressed, but it's very bad to be stressed. Don't be stressed, okay? So if you have those characteristics, your input sucks, so your output will suck as well. Now, the example of a good system is you have 1 minute of work and you get 10,000 euros out of it. That's low input, high output. And for some people, this will be low output. It's relative, of course. But just to give you an example to bring home the point, a good system is low input, high output. That's the point of a good system. If you have 100 hours of work and you get €1 out of it, you're in a bad system. You've created a bad system for yourself. You're doing something wrong. It's not fate. It's you that have designed a bad system. Okay? That's it. It's scientifically proven that you have a bad system because a system is just input, output. And if your input is high and your output is low, it's your fault. You're wrong and you should change something about it. And I'm gonna help you. Be thankful. I'm gonna help you. That's my point of this video. So let's dive in. And at the end of the video, I'm gonna run you through my exact routine, okay? I'm gonna show you exactly what I do. So first, some theory. I know guys, like, oh, theory, what the fuck, graphs and stuff. Yeah, I know, but it's important. For the people that understand graphs and have half a brain, you will like this. This will change your life if you listen carefully. For the other people, just keep watching. You'll get the exact steps at the end of the video. Or you know what, skip to the end of the video if you just want the steps. But this is important if you really want to understand productivity and if you want to create a new habit. Reprogram yourself. If you want to reprogram yourself, listen, okay? So the secret of high output is flow state, you know? Flow state. And you can only reach flow state through deep work. So you have deep work. Now you can do deep work without reaching flow state. That's possible. It's still better than not doing deep work. But the best thing about deep work is it allows you to achieve flow state. And you will not always achieve flow state, but most times when you do it well, you will achieve flow state. And also your flow state can differ. You can have like a very long flow state or a short flow state, but you should do deep work to achieve this flow state. And flow state, well, doing deep work is, and I wrote this down, I think it's a good way to bring this point. Deep work is like booting up a powerful program. It takes time to load, but once it's running, performance is unmatched. Keep switching tasks and you're stuck rebooting. It's just like when you ever had a Windows computer, if some people still do, you have a Windows computer, it has to boot up. Like a MacBook doesn't have to boot up, okay? But a Windows computer have to boot up. Now, if you boot up your Windows computer and you smash the buttons on your keyboard, the Windows computer, it's like in overdrive error, like, oh, what's happening? I'm just booting up. And you're stuck with a bad computer because then it's like confused. And that's exactly what's happening with you when you're not doing deep work and we're just switching tasks. You are destroying your boot up process. You're like, you need time to do a task efficiently and you're just ruining it. It's like with every machine, you have a setup time. You have to have a setup time and then it reaches its optimal capacity, its optimal efficiency. But you need that setup time. And with people, you're just like a machine. You also have setup time. And the setup time is most of the time like around 10 to 15 minutes to get in the zone. And then you will slowly enter flow state and you will reach your optimal here, your optimal point where you're like, this point, it's godlike. You're like, it's going, like the work is like, bam, bam, bam. If you're, for example, like making a website, your website is like, poof, poof, poof. You're just like, it's like that guy from Limitless, that's the movie. The guy from Limitless, like, you just see, you're in this tunnel vision and you're just super optimal. And you know that this cannot last the entire day, but you're just grinding and getting all of it out of it. You're super productive. And this is where the magic happens. This is really where you can move the needle, where you can change your business. And that only comes through flow state. So you should try to achieve flow state. Now, you have how most people work is they start, they check the stock market, they check their phone, they check WhatsApp, they check Slack, they check Facebook, they check Instagram, they eat a cookie, and then they just boom, 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 zigzag all the way, and you never reach flow state. But the difference between this level of productivity and this level of productivity is insane. It's like if you are here for 1 hour, you can do as much work as some people in 1 day. And even I have seen it like 2 days. Because people here, they never reach that point. And they just like doing 1 day of work takes them 7 days. Here, it takes you a couple of hours. It's really that big of a difference. And that's why some people never achieve success, because you don't have the time, man. Even if you're gonna work like 40, 50 years, you don't have the time. You don't have the time to ever become successful with your business because you're not gonna live that long. Like if you could live for 300 years, then maybe this way you could reach it. But actually there are some other points you could make, like because there's competition that is in flow state and you aren't, but whatever. But you don't have the time, man. If you wanna have a successful business and you're working like this, it's gonna take you 60 years to get success, to get some work done. So if you move the needle and you are in flow state, you're gonna become better yourself, you're gonna be very efficient, and that's what you need to achieve, okay? Now, how do we improve our input and how do we get into flow state easier? We have to sleep. Sleep around 8 hours. If you need more, you need more. It's like everybody has different needs of sleep, but sleep well. Find a rhythm that works for you. Sleep, sleep, sleep. There is nothing cool about being sleep deprived, okay? Nutrition, what you eat, garbage in, garbage out. Your body is a system as well. If you eat crap all the time, then you're gonna be crappy and you're gonna have bad input. And I know some people, they can eat crappy, like Warren Buffett eats McDonald's, but you know, he could have been much better if he would have eaten like I did, okay? And yeah, and that's a blunt statement, but I'm telling you, Warren, you could have been much richer if you ate like me, okay? And you would be better looking as well. So nutrition, then the state, like the state you're in. Like if you just wake up, you move to your chair, come from a lying down position, sleeping, to a sitting position. Your body is like, I'm gonna be relaxed. No, you should start your day with movement. You should work with intention, like what are you gonna work at? And you can take some supplements. These are all optional, of course. I'm not advising you to take specific supplements, not even coffee. If you don't like coffee, if you aren't a regular coffee drinker, you don't need it, okay? You never need these things, but they could help, okay? And I like these things. I like coffee. I like nicotine. I like tea. Sometimes nootropics. Then deep work is required to improve your input. Like I said, you have to single task to the extreme. That's the definition of deep work. You're deep into one task, deep, not on the surface. You're deep into one task. By doing this, you achieve flow state. If you switch tasks, it has a switching cost, which prevents you from achieving flow state. And that's exactly what this graph is telling you. And it's proven scientifically that switching cost, it's like you have a residue. Like if you, that's an important concept to understand. Like if you are doing one task, you switch to the other task and you switch back, there is still like some part of your brain, it has like a tab open, and your RAM, your random access memory, like in a computer, your working capacity is reduced by just checking Facebook, just checking Instagram. It's here in your head, and that's why when you wake up, your brain is like empty. It's nice. And then if you switch tasks, you are polluting your brain with crap and garbage. So you should not do that. Now, how do we improve output? Well, it's easy to improve input, but output is much more complex because we have to choose what our output is. That's the only thing how you can improve your output is by choosing the output you want. And you can use like two types of questions. What's the priority? Or easier, what is the biggest bottleneck at the moment? Because you can be like super productive building stuff that does not matter at all. You can be like in deep work, flow state, building a website that nobody is going to look at. And that's the thing, like your output, you have to decide what output is right for you. And then what you can also do is get the output without working yourself, without your input. And that's automation or delegation. You just remove your input, but you get the output. And that's like the next level of entrepreneurship, you know, you have to automate and delegate. In the beginning, when you start, you have no money, it's harder to do. Well, you can automate if you have the skills, but delegation is hard if you have no money. But after a while, you get delegating, and the input of you from just, yeah, you remove your input or you decrease your input drastically, and you get the same output, okay? Now, let's dive into the nitty gritty, like the routine. Yeah, you know, I know what you want. You want the routine. You want to see exactly what to do, and you want to be like, yeah, I'm just going to follow these steps because you don't want to understand the concepts. Now, I hope you are going to understand the concepts because that's these things, drill them in your mind because this is crucial. Now, my routine, I sleep between 7 and 8 hours, okay? Some people say, oh, 7 is not enough. Well, I get enough sleep with 7, and I feel good with 7. Everybody's different, and also I feel worse when I sleep more than 8 hours. There's something like too much sleeping, I get a little lazy in the day, okay? So I sleep from 9 p.m. until 5 p.m. max. So most of the time it's a bit below 9 and it's a bit before 5, a bit after 9 and a bit before 5 that I wake up, okay? My first part of the morning routine, it has two very important rules. Rule number 1, I looked at the research, I looked at the science, this is a crucial rule. The first 60 minutes, don't watch a screen. Don't even check what time it is. Wear a watch to check the time when you're in your bed. I don't use an alarm clock already for 2 years. That's also a bonus because you just wake up when you want to wake up. It's actually something I could put here, but not everybody has the luxury to decide their own schedule, but I do. And I like that. I think it's much more natural for your body to just wake up, okay? So 60 minutes, no screen. Don't touch the screen. Don't look at the screen. Don't do anything with the screen. Not the computer screen, no smartphone screen, no TV screen, no screen, no screen, no screen. First 60 minutes. It has been shown on brain scans that watching a screen, the first 60 minutes of waking up, it really damages your brain. It damages your brain. Does something weird with your brain, okay? So don't do it. Then also no coffee. It has no, well, some people might say, I need my coffee in the morning. I feel it. No, you're just an addict. You're addicted. Plus, the effect of coffee can only have effect like around 60 minutes to 90 minutes after waking up, because then your adenosine system in your brain, adenosine, is active. It's not active when you just wake up. So that coffee is bullshit. Plus, it also is going to ruin your cortisol, your natural cortisol. So when you wake up in the morning, you have natural cortisol waking you up. Well, if you just drink coffee right away, you're going to disrupt your natural cortisol levels, so you're just gonna feel shitty all the time. So don't do that. No coffee, no screen first 60 minutes. Start your day with movement. You have to move. Minimum 10 minutes. I just do my workout. I do like my strength training workout in the morning, practically every day. Either I do like 30 minutes of training, or I do a 10-minute run, easy. You don't have to do crazy stuff, because some people will say, whoa, working out in the morning so early, I just woke up, I can't work out. Even a walk, even a 10-minute walk is fine. Just movement. You need movement in the morning to wake up your body, and then you're going to sit in a chair all day. So move, okay? Move. You have to wake up your body. Your body has to get these signals like, we're waking up, we're doing something, okay? Then you can take a cold shower. It's a good bonus. It's also good for your dopamine and your serotonin. It's really nice. You get more happy hormones and you become happier. And it's also good for mental resilience and everything. And yeah, cold shower is really good. Meditation, it's nice. I used to do it in the morning, but right now I switch. I do it more in the afternoon, because in the morning I'm so fresh and I just want to work. So I don't like meditating. It gives me a bit of like, it agitates me, because I want to just start. I want to move 60 minutes, and then after 60 minutes I just start working. I sometimes take a cold shower, and then meditation I do it in the afternoon, okay? But you could do it in the morning if it works for you. You have to find your own routine. Then optional is you can take coffee, nicotine, green tea, creatine, and omega-3. These two actually should not be optional, I think. Creatine plus omega-3 is like, creatine for your brain, it's right now the science is saying like everybody needs creatine. It's necessary. You need it, okay? No advice here, but look it up yourself. Omega-3, also for a healthy brain, you'll need healthy fats. Then coffee, I like coffee, and nicotine, don't overdo it, but it's a very useful thing to focus, and the combination is amazing. Now, both of these things, don't overdo it. There's a tipping point where it decreases your performance, okay? If you drink too much coffee, everybody's been there, I've been there, 3 cups and you're like, boo, you're not efficient anymore. You're like too jittery, and you're like, you can't focus. You will not reach flow state. You're too scattered all over the place. Then, very weird, but it works. 5 minutes before work, you have to stare at the blank point on the wall. This is very good for your focus, because where your eyes go, focus goes. So if you keep your eyes locked in one spot and you're able to do that, you're training your brain like, okay, we're going to focus on one point. We're not going to go crazy. It works. It's really a bit weird, but it works. I got this from Huberman. Decide on your big task that you will work on for at least 3 hours. 3 hours is a perfect time for deep work. So decide on a big task. Are you going to write a book? Are you going to create a website? Are you going to create a new marketing funnel? Are you going to whatever, like build a course, whatever. Work on it for 3 hours straight. Don't do anything else than that. It's just simple. Don't single task. Don't check the weather, not the stock market, no small texts. Do this religiously. Every small thing will have a switching cost that keeps your flow state lowers your flow state, and might even prevent you from reaching it. No smartphone, okay? Don't just during deep work, don't touch your smartphone. I don't even want to say how stupid that is. And even if you're going to use your smartphone after your deep work, but keep your smartphone screen time below 60 minutes, because it just messes with your brain and your dopamine levels. So don't touch it that much, okay? It's like a tool, it's not a companion. It's a very good saying from Naval Ravikant. It's a tool, not a companion. Don't get addicted to your smartphone. It's not your friend, okay? Actually, it could be even your enemy. No communication. A lot of people, they wake up and they're like, okay, I have to open my Slack and my WhatsApp and my email. I have to check what's happening. No, you don't. You don't. There is no emergency. And if there is an emergency, it will not be that urgent that you have to check it in the first 3 hours of your working day, okay? Intermittent fasting, this is crucial. Your digestive system takes a lot of energy. We don't want that energy there when we're working. We want the energy here. So don't eat. Don't eat, okay? It's easy, don't eat. And when you break the fast and work after it, make sure that you break the fast with protein, fats, but not too many carbs. And I eat at around 12, 12:30, sometimes 1, sometimes 2. I start my work at 5:30, 6 a.m. So I go without food for a while. I stop eating at 6 p.m. So what is that, like 6 p.m., 12 hours? Like it's like 18 hours fasting, 16, 18. That doesn't really matter that much. Just don't eat too much. Just don't eat. Start eating only lunch. Don't do breakfast. Easy. Then your evening routine, if you're done working, plan the next day, big workout. That's when I do my big workout. Then I eat a big meal with carbs. I eat at least 2 hours before bedtime, so I eat around 3 hours before bedtime. That's much better because then you can digest your food, because if you're digesting food and you go to bed, you're not sleeping, you're digesting. You cannot sleep well and digest at the same time. You have to digest first and then you will sleep. And so you're actually cutting away your sleep time. Also, very important, when you stop working, relax, okay? If you're never truly off, you're never truly on. Relax. You have to recharge your body. It's productive to recharge your body. It's productive to relax, okay? It's productive to not do anything. And when you relax, don't overstimulate yourself. Don't binge 10 episodes of Netflix from a very crazy, overstimulating thing. Just watch one episode if you really want, but even better is just read, walk, play with your kids if you have kids, play with your wife, play with your husband, I don't care, but play, just have fun, okay? And then read is very good before going to bed as well, because it makes you like a bit sleepy. Optional could be chamomile tea. It's proven to be really good to improve your sleep, magnesium as well, and creatine. You have a lot of supplements out there helping you, and if you have these things inside or extract of these, it's going to help you sleep better. What you can do, an extra, also a bit weird, but during the day you will get many thoughts, and we actually want to remove thoughts. You don't want that many thoughts in your brain. You want to remove thoughts, you want an empty brain, an empty mind for a while. That's where meditation comes in. It's very good at emptying your mind. Peace of mind, that's meditation. Meditation is good, but you could also just count from 50 to 0 multiple times. You meditate for 10 minutes, or you just count from 50 to 0 for 10 minutes. And this is easy. Everyone can do this. Like, this is sometimes harder for people to sit still, but this you can do like walking or doing something else, but just count from 50 to 0, like 50, 49, 48, 47, 46, 45, all the way to 0, and again 50. It's a weird trick, but it works. It really calms you and it removes thoughts. It's like closing down all the tabs of your computer and having like space. It's very nice. Then for deep work, and actually your work, something I want to touch upon, and that's some tricks that I found here and there that are really useful. You can, first of all, don't just start working. You had your task defined the day before, but also still clarify what you're going to do. What I do is I just open a Google Doc like this. I'm going to write down what I'm going to do. Build website. And then I'm going to say, okay, I need a domain, hosting partner, whatever. I need a domain. I need video for on my landing page. And then I just brain dump everything, what I need, what I'm going to do. And then I'm going to decide, okay, what I'm going to do as first. I'm going to make video, a big video from library, and put it in the right format. Just by clarifying your thoughts, it will be much easier, because some people, they just start working and then they're at the same time as they're working trying to find what they need to do next. No, write everything down, clarify what you're going to do, and then start doing it. So plan, execute, iterate. That's a nice saying I like to use. Like, you plan, then you execute it, and then you iterate. Like, okay, did I do a good job? Am I finished? Is it done? Yeah, okay. Don't task switch. Now, it will happen that you will get ideas like, oh shit, I need to do this later on. What I just do is I have a Google Doc, and I will just write down, okay, I need to write email to X. Okay. I know it's there and I can continue working, and that's what you do. You just write it down. What I also do is when I, for example, say I need to write an email, I'm going to also plan it on my calendar. And I'll be like, for example, here, I just added this post YouTube video in our Internet Freedom community. That's a thing I added. I remembered like, I have to do that. And I'm going to do that. And I see that I'm now, you see, I time block everything. And I see that I just am going over my time here. But that's okay. That's normal. But just put everything on your calendar, put everything down, but don't interrupt your single task when you're doing your single task. Don't be like, I'm gonna quickly write the email. No, just put it somewhere, plan your calendar, okay? As you can see, I time block almost everything. I don't time block my bathroom breaks, but everything else, I time block it. Everything, like, I have to give someone a call. I'm gonna call them today, 15 minutes, boom. I have to write this email, boom. I have to do this payment, boom. For example, like that's something I used to do as well. Like, all right, I have to pay that thing today. I'm quickly gonna pay it. No, it takes you out of deep work. What you're gonna do is you put it in your calendar. And for example, I think, did I put it somewhere here? Like for example, payments, well, I just show you like here, I have to send an invoice tomorrow. I write it down here, and then I'm gonna say like, okay, here, send invoice. And I know that I'm going to do it because it's on my calendar now. Don't just quickly do it, just write it down. Time block everything. And I used to work with to-do lists, but to-do lists are temporary because it's very annoying. Like every task requires time. Therefore, tasks need to be planned or else they have to be removed. If you're going to do the task, it's going to be done sometime. So pick the time when you're going to do the task. That's the only thing. I used to make the mistake of creating all these long to-do lists and it was not useful and I was getting stressed out. I'm like, oh no, I have 50 tasks. And then I was like, oh no, those are not important anymore. I had to prioritize all the time. Oh, what's the priority? What's the priority? No, that's bullshit. It's really bullshit. Just plan it on your calendar. Write email, okay, it's on my calendar. Pay invoice, okay, I have to pay it next week on my calendar. I'm gonna do this deep work next week, then, boom. Everything in your calendar. I do have a to-do list, but this is mostly like parking. It's like these things are blocked, I cannot do it, I'm waiting for someone to do it. These things are parked, okay? These are parked, so I know that they're not important at the moment and I might revisit them and plan them. And these things are planned. Everything else is planned. If it's not planned, problem. You need to have it planned. Either you plan it or you don't do it. Or you put it on parking, which is, I can keep it as an idea for later. But it's not on my to-do list, it's on my parking list, like it's parked. Okay? So that's important. Very, very important. And then weekly reviews. Check what you've done each week. Iterate. Like you are a system and you need to improve the system. Check how was my productivity. Did I get done what I wanted to get done? Check like everything's in your calendar if you're time blocked. So just check, okay, did I spent 6 hours on this? Was it useful? Was it productive? Was I doing a good job? What did I do wrong? What can I do better? Always improve. It's the Kanban mindset. It's a Japanese concept of always improving yourself. 1% better every day. It's what's on my poster over there. So that's productivity. I hope you like this video. I think it will help a lot of people. And like and subscribe if you like. See you in the next one. Bye.